What's up, everybody? We are back at it again. It is August 2nd. Hold, please. And I'm back at the farm. I've already hiked down 200 pounds of corn down to this feeder. But I'm making this episode because I told you in my previous episode that I had heard that the Commonwealth of Kentucky had changed its baiting regulations in the state. Hadn't seen it, and it took some investigational work for us to find it, rest assured that. And that's kind of why I'm making the video. So I have heard that people have already been busted from violating this new regulation change. When you get busted for something like that, I mean, you're talking about losing your hunting rights, possibly fines. You could lose your truck. Like, if I was out here baiting early, they could take my truck, they could take my four-wheeler, all those types of things. And that level of severity and punishment for something, I think it needs to be publicized way better than it has been. So Kentucky DNR, Kentucky.gov, anybody listening that sees this, like a change like that, come on, it definitely needs to be put out. And at the end of the day, us, along with any other YouTuber or anybody that puts their, hunting and their experience out for the public to see, obviously, I want to make sure we're doing it the right way. Even if we didn't put it out there, we want to make sure we're doing it the right way, but we also don't want to get in trouble because we publicize everything we do. And, a change like that, I could have easily come out here 2 months ago and started baiting because that's what the regulations used to be. So March, April, and May, you couldn't bait in and around spring turkey season. Now it's March, April, May, June, and July that you can't bait in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. So very important. I'm going to put the link down below because it took a while for us to find this. So there's like two different websites. There's the outdoors website through Kentucky.gov. And then there's like a conservation type side of the website. And then the way I would always go to the website was different than the way, let's say, Matt would go to the website to find information. And so the way I went was like through the hunting side of Kentucky.gov. And guys, it's like there wasn't no major tab or nothing like that. But if I went to the wildlife portion, there's a tab right there. It says baiting in Kentucky. It's big, bold right there, but not the easiest thing to find. And I also went through the entire 2023 and 2024 hunting guide for Kentucky. And like right in the front, right first page, are major changes made. I didn't find anything about a change made to the baiting regulations here in the state. And then on the Kentucky.gov hunting website, there is, a message board at the top that's red. It's got an asterisk in it. It's like, these are the important messages. And you click on that, and it was just talking about like boat ramp closures and some other things. But again, it wasn't listed there under important messages, important changes. So easily you can get in trouble if you're not paying attention to your hunting regulations, guides, and rules and regulations in whatever state you're in. But just anybody from the Kentucky DNR that's watching this, like, look, you've got to get changes like that out into forums. And hands down, if I can get in trouble by doing something I didn't understand was a regulation change because it's very limitedly broadcast or put out there, I just think you got to do a better job of letting, informing people, the community like myself. But that's my rant. We're out here. I'm only really making this video because, again, I haven't done a lot. As you can see, I did bush hog this field like a month ago, and it has already significantly grown up again. And then when I came in, another thing I learned is if your iPhone, because that's what I'm recording on, because I forgot my camera gear, because this was all impromptu today after work, but if your iPhone is connected to your Apple CarPlay in your vehicle, you can't record. Like, you cannot go to video and record on your phone if it's attached to Apple CarPlay. Crazy, just figured that out. But when I pulled into this field, where it's all high over here, at least 8 to 10 deer were all bedded out in this high grass. All took off down the hill, snuck my way down, and then jumped up another bunch of deer over on the other hillside as you're going up in elevation on the other side. So tons of deer are out here. So I'm hoping that the cameras that I put out, I don't know, a week or 2 or 3 ago, I don't remember when that was, but that last video when I dropped, I put 6 cameras out. We're going to do a card pull on all those today and see what we got. So hopefully we got some good intel. I have come up and pulled the card twice off of the one out front. I actually published one of those pictures. It wasn't a huge buck or anything. It was just a really cool deer and a really cool picture, because you'll never get something like that again, in my opinion. It was, 7:23 of 2023 at 7:23 a.m. Pretty awesome. So put that out there. I'll show it again to you guys here, but it's on Facebook and Instagram, stuff like that. But I've checked that only because I don't have to intrude on the area. It's out front by a community scrape tree that they hit constantly. But I'm gonna pack these down. No four-wheeler today. Putting 100 pounds on my back at a time and heading down about 120 yards to fill this feeder up. Plus I got the ladder down there because I don't have the four-wheeler stand on. So I'm gonna take these last 2 bags down, pull the camera cards, check everything out there, and then I'll post any potential hit list bucks or shooter bucks on the end of this episode. So hope you guys enjoyed today. Like, nothing big. I just wanted to come to you again and reconfirm that new regulation change for baiting is in effect. So obviously we're past the time now, but next year, if you didn't know, make sure you're not putting bait out. Now you can put out mineral. You can. We verified, double checked, triple checked. You can put mineral sites out, refreshing your mineral sites. You just can't put grain or any type of feed into feeders during that time. So anyway, I'm gonna sign out. I'm rambling at this point. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I've had a ton of work at work. I've been there since like 6:30 this morning. It is now probably close to 5, I would say, and we're going to dinner tonight. So I'm gonna hike this down. I'm gonna pull cards and I'll show you what I got. Stay tuned. What's going on, everybody? We are back at it again. It is, let's see, August 11th, Friday, and out at the farm, got the old rack 1 corn smack. Really gonna juice up these baiting areas. Got Matt's homemade blend of the mineral, so we're gonna freshen up the mineral sites here on the farm. We're going to pull cards, see what we got. Last time I came out, as y'all just seen, pulled those cards, and one decent 8-point, probably about a 2-year-old, maybe 3-year-old. I'm saying he's probably 2 on these cameras. He was on multiple cameras, so he's definitely a homebody, but none of the big boys showing up yet, which is used to be, when I hunted this farm back in the day, it would be discouraging to not have that big monster trophy that you wanted to put on the hit list for the season. But out here, Rut Farm, we typically don't hold a lot of big bucks. The place was holding, yeah, they're gone. Either neighbors have taken them, I've taken them, but we've never had that big buck move back in here. So not saying that there's not some around, and I'm hoping when I go down here on these card pools, we've only had the cameras out and corn out for a week or so now, so a couple weeks. So I'm gonna dive down in here, got the shovel to really break that ground up in that mineral site. Again, got Matt's homemade blend mineral, which is doing phenomenal, by the way, and then the corn smack. So pretty sure we're gonna start putting this and find a way to take this to market, because it's everyone that uses it just has rave reviews over it. So Matt's definitely got it dialed in. It's taken several years to get there, but he's come up with a mix that's pretty potent for these deer to get to. But I'm rambling. We're gonna get down here in the woods. We got a ton of stuff to do today, and then of course my son is getting married tomorrow, so we have the rehearsal dinner tonight, and then the wedding tomorrow. So really excited about that. Really excited about him and his bride to be in their future. So wish them nothing but the best. But today, right now, I'm gonna get down here, check these cards, do some mineral site work, get some corn smack out. Guys, if you're not using this rack 1, you're gonna talk about getting an attractant that brings deer to your cameras really quick. Rack 1. They can't stay away from it. So getting that out, and hopefully we won't get covered in ticks. I am covered up in some off, but my clothes do not have permethrin on them like I usually like to when I come out here. So I usually have my farm clothes that I only wear out here. That's why a lot of my videos you see, I'm usually wearing the same stuff, because those clothes are treated in permethrin for this early season, so I'm not getting killed with these ticks. But I doused down really good with the old off, the deep woods off with DEET. So we'll see if that works today, but I doubt it. I'm sure I'll be picking ticks here in a little bit. But enough rambling. I'm gonna get to work. All right, I made it down here, and got halfway down the hill, and I could tell this feeder's empty. Guys, this thing holds 350 pounds. I had it filled to the brim, and then another probably 30 pounds of the leftover bag on the ground. And I don't remember the exact date, but like a week ago. I was out here like a week ago and filled this thing to the top. Maybe a week and a half ago. I'll have to go back and look, but holy cow, like 400 pounds in a week and a half. Guys, it's going to be an expensive season. Corn ain't cheap. I don't know if y'all have been buying corn lately, but holy crap, like, we're going to have to slow this thing down. That's the cool thing about this gravity feed. It has a coupler in there, and I can adjust that coupler to really slow down the amount of feed I'm letting these things have. So at least make them work at it a little bit harder and hang around. But I'm hoping that that camera over there has a bunch of intel, because I mean, granted, this thing's a little low because I have to keep it low so I can get it filled. But surely the raccoons didn't eat that much. That's probably what's on there. I'll pull this card and it'll be Ricky. Oh, Ricky and his buddies will be on there everywhere. But I got 2 mineral sites over here. You can see they're tearing the ground up over there. So I brought the shovel with me today. I'm going to really break that ground up and get this mineral in there. So hopefully that'll keep them coming back. And of course, give me some good intel from my other camera over there. And maybe you can see, but the stand sits right over there. So it's a good little spot, and we got some good sign. Hopefully we got some good intel. Stay tuned.
The shows, the lights, the smoke, guitars look at us like some kind of stars, but it never takes too long to get tired of these songs. It never fails, they wait till you fall in love them to tell you they really wish you'd give it up. Late nights of worry while they're stuck at home leaves them laying awake.